Hey, Steve Stine here. If you've been playing guitar for a while but feel like you've hit a wall, I totally get it. Now, in this series, I'm going to show you exactly what we do inside the Academy. The real practical ways we help players break through the frustration and start making real progress. So let's listen to this first song and let's listen a little bit further in. I know you know what this is right away, right? Here's our verse. Let me scoot up a little bit. Okay. Here comes our pre-chorus. Chorus. So let's just take that and just analyze it a little bit. So when you hear that, and I'm sure everybody here knows that song, has heard that song before, what part stands out the most to you? Is it the riff? Is it the chorus?
Ozzy.
Ozzy? Really? Okay.
It's the riff.
It's the riff.
For me, it's the riff. But listen, everybody's different. I'm just saying. Because the chorus is no doubt important, but the chorus isn't really profound. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. It's very quick, it's very short, it doesn't have a lot to it. But you're immediately hooked when you hear it. Yeah, you know exactly what that is. So if we take a step back from there, what's really happening with this song? It's in the key of A major, which is the relative minor to that would be
F sharp.
F sharp minor. So he's just moving back and forth between the key of F sharp minor and the key of A major. So his riff is in F sharp minor, and his verse is in A. And it's literally in A. But instead of going, I listen to preachers, I listen to fools, which he could have done, but he's just playing around with A. He's not leaving A. He's not going... He's not doing that. He's just staying in A, just adding sub-fragments of chords to that A. But the A's there the whole time. I've listened to preachers, I've listened to fools, that's all it's doing. And then we've got that thing underneath, those chord fragments underneath. Does that make sense? The other thing is the beginning is doing these eighth notes. And when he gets to the next part, he shakes it up by doing... So now it's driving more. So if you think about the drums, let's talk about the drums for a second. You got those punches, right? All the beginning is these pop, pop. Pretty cool. It's not just a drum beat, he's driving it, right? And then, lead in, here we go. So it becomes happy, essentially. That's how it goes. Now, this is all personal opinion, but right now, whatever Ozzy's talking about, I could care less. It's not speaking to me on some cosmic level. I just hear him singing.
He doesn't know half the time anyway.
Right. But my point, that's right. If my point is that for somebody else, like if we were listening to maybe Rhiannon again. Maybe those words, for me, are far more haunting. Like the lyrics for Rhiannon are far more something I'm connected to. I don't need to be activated the entire time with everything that's going on. But there's nothing out of the ordinary. There's nothing to me that doesn't fit. It's just, I'm thinking A, musical, and then B, emotional, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking about. So when I hear the beginning of this, it's kind of dark and like that riff is very, well, it's minor. It's very dark, right? And then it kicks into this A major, so he's just moving back and forth. And then his chorus is E, A, and F sharp. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. So now we're leading back again. We don't have to argue about whether it's in A or F sharp minor. It's in both. It's in either. It doesn't make any difference. The point, though, is it ends on the F sharp. So it ends on this darkness. Going off the rails on the crazy train. So he's got to get back to the verse. So I'm sure Randy Rhoads is sitting there going, okay, so going off the rails on a crazy train. He's like, well, I'm a guitar player. That's not enough. I got to do something, right? So he does. So he nods back to the beginning of the song. He makes this little riff that isn't, he doesn't want to go back to that yet because he's already sold it at the beginning. So he's not going to waste that again. So he's just going into, let's see, makes this cool little, again, very talented guitar player. He's making this cool little riff that then leads back into, instead of doing, he's doing this instead. And it's still going back into the, which is the 4, 5, 1, and he's back again. Just like he did in the beginning, he went 4, 5, 1. Okay? So he's using elements of theory, of logic, of diatonic constant everythingness. But he's wrapping it in metal by using the riff, using the alternate picking, all of those things that he's going to use, pick squealies or whatever it is that we want. But the point is if we think about this song now as a layer, the riff is supported by Ozzy's uniqueness of his singing. Now, again, in my opinion, I don't really hear that the chorus is like, it's not like Don't Stop Believin' or something, right? Where it's this big chorus that you're just connected to. So it's not that the song has to have that big chorus, the harmonies, Brian, that kind of thing. We like it. You and I both like it, for sure. But this song doesn't have that. It doesn't have the big chorus. It doesn't have the harmonies. But it's got other supporting elements that makes it pretty cool. And I don't want to just spend time on one song. I'm going to try and hammer out as many as I can for you to think about. And then what I'd love for you to be able to do is go out and start just listening to the radio. Just throw on something and start thinking about this a little bit. Because when you write songs, you might say, look, my writing style is not Crazy Train. That's okay. Then you know what you're not going to be doing. But I want to show you a couple other things. So let's say it's this. So, Whole Lotta Love. This song is essentially the same riff through the entire song. There's a little bit of difference, and there's the whole this whole crazy thing for a minute and a half, right? Where he's doing all this crazy stuff, which in reality, for me, is not the selling point. Like to hear him going, whoa, for 2 minutes, I could cut that out and I'd still be okay. Like I wouldn't need it. Now you might think, oh man, that's my favorite part of the song. What I love is how he starts off doing this. He's not in a hurry to leave. Like he's just chunking this thing. And then Robert comes in with this very, I don't know why it is, but because I'm a guy, but his voice is very sexual. Like his voice is very like, it's just, there's something about it that's crazy cool. And it just draws you in. So as soon as he starts singing, Jimmy Page starts doubling it, right? So it's like this cool driving riff. And then here comes John Bottom. Boom, now we're driving. And when he's driving, he's not going boom, ta, boom, ta, boom, ta, da, 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 da. He's not making it into a 50s song, right? He's going halftime. Right? You guys see what I'm saying? So the drums aren't coming in double time. That would sound weird. It'd sound way too happy. So here comes John Bonham.
I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Oh, want a whole lot of love. 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 You've been learning, baby, I've been learning.
And if you listen to the drums, it's really cool because he's not going boom, chicka ba, chicka boom, chicka ba. Like the snare isn't on the same spot the second time around. It's like this really weird groove. Boom, chicka ba, chicka boom, ba 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 doom. Because he's following that drum thing. John Paul Jones is following the bass or the guitar part. They're both doing the same thing, like Sabbath would often do. Where John Paul Jones could have just been going. But he's not. He's going. So they're both driving this groove. One guitar player, not two, one guitar player, one bass player, both driving that groove. And then at the end, we get again, this whole kind of free time 70s acid rockish jam is what's happening, which a lot of people did at that time. Lots of bands were very popular for that kind of thing. And then they come back. So it's the riff. It is all about the riff. And then the chorus is just want a whole lot of love. That's all it is. Want a whole lot of love. Not big, deep, not, well, I'm going to rephrase the way I said that. When you're looking for tools for your guitar toolbox, be it a lick or a phrase or learning how to do things like this, you have to understand that every artist that we're looking at has learned from other artists. It's not like they were alone on an island, and Jimmy Page has openly, obviously admitted it, and then came the lawsuits many years later, right? Where they had used other people's ideas. That's the way this whole thing works. You're not alone on an island trying to go, what is this thing, and how does it work? Like the Rush song in 2112 talks about. It's not that. You're learning from somebody else. You're taking the idea. How many other songs have that in it? About 30,000? In some way, they've got all of that in there, you know? Whatever the song might be that has all that kind of stuff in there. Now, if this resonates with you, the next best step is to have a quick, friendly chat with my team. They can answer your questions and see if it's a good fit for you. There's a link in the description to book a time. Thank you so much for watching.